That's right, folks, we finally have some more news from Nintendo. Yesterday, when I was scrolling through the YouTubes, they out of nowhere dropped a video of them showing off the Labo VR Kit in action, and I can tell you it's quite interesting. So I'm going to take this opportunity to watch it together with you guys, and we're going to see what it's all about. So I hope you are ready. Now it's time to jump into the magical world of Nintendo VR and have some fun. Let's go! Okay, so with a single touch you can turn your Nintendo Switch into a VR headset, although you do need that lens adapter to make the magic happen. But I love that animation of, you know, this pancake screen turning into a 3D mode. That's amazing, I love that.
Nintendo Labo VR Kit. The Nintendo Labo VR Kit is packed with everything you need to make Toy-Con creations that let you enjoy simple, shareable VR games and experiences. All you have to add is your Nintendo Switch system. Gaze into the Toy-Con VR goggles. No matter where you look, a virtual environment awaits. That's the magic of VR. Making your Toy-Con creations is where the fun starts. Just follow the interactive instructions in the included software and you're on your way.
This is what I like the most about the Toy-Con 4 VR Kit, because it pretty much invites kids to build their own VR headsets, learn more about virtual reality, and by putting it together they will understand how it works. So in a way, the Nintendo Labo VR Kit is an educational package. Yes, it's so smart that Nintendo is targeting this young audience, because in the end there is no other company out there who's making VR headsets for kids or kids at heart at the moment. None of them are family friendly, but this one can be controlled by kids and it can be built by kids, and that's beautiful in a way. It really is.
Insert your Nintendo Switch console once you finish building your first creation, and bam! You're ready to play. You can use your Toy-Con VR goggles on their own, or by attaching them to one of the other creations you can build, like this bad boy here. First up, the Toy-Con Blaster. Pull back the slide to prime the blaster, take aim, and fire away. Space aliens are invading. From above. To the right, no matter where they are, take them out. Use the homing function to lock onto distant enemies. Rotate the Joy-Con holder on the side of the Toy-Con Blaster, and you can even stop time itself. Line up the perfect shots, and then play it cool, like it's no big deal. Just remember, the battle ain't over till you go head-to-head with the boss.
You can clearly see that Nintendo is going for seated experiences, and that makes total sense since the Nintendo Switch has no positional tracking. So most of the time you will be sitting on a chair playing your games. In this case, on a platform that moves on a pair of rails. But the enemies you need to battle in this mini game are looking pretty badass. Yeah.
In this game, you can face off against another player. Use the blaster to suck up fruit and then shoot it into a hippo's mouth. If you manage to feed one, the happy hippo will swim to your side of the arena. Take turns with the Toy-Con Blaster and see who can win the hearts of the biggest horde of hippos and the game.
This is great news, by the way. This means that VR becomes less isolated and more open and social. Nintendo is aiming for a shareable experience, so you will be able to team up with your friends and family to then dive into a VR experience, and that's so cool. I think it's important to make this a party system, and it seems like Nintendo is heading into the right direction.
Next, the Toy-Con Wind Pedal. Yep, that's a toy bear firing balls at your little froggy friend. Better hop over those things. Press down on this Toy-Con creation with your foot, and you'll feel a gust of air swoosh by. Kinda like when you really jump.
This is absolutely genius. So they let you create your own wind effects without even noticing it. Because when you are in this minigame, you are so immersed that you don't even notice the wind pedal anymore. You just feel the wind and you have the feeling you are actually jumping.
Keep clearing the balls those toy bears toss, and you can climb that stately stack of spheres all the way to the stars. Look out! If a ball rains down from above, use your head, a header, to knock it away. You know what to do, frog friend. Dodge those balls and reach for the sky.
Ooh, I'm afraid that this might be a little problematic since people think that they will be able to use their physical body and especially head to hit those balls that are coming at them. But as I said before, the Nintendo Switch has no positional tracking, so your head is not going anywhere. This might cause a slight disconnection between your brain and what it's seeing, and that causes motion sickness. You could get dizzy or sick. It depends on how good you are with VR, but hopefully people are going to be fine. But minigames like these are so competitive, so challenging that people want to get the best high score, and they will do everything they can to hit it. So we'll see. Time will tell.
Next, we have the Toy-Con bird. There's nothing like riding on a bird. One would assume. Squeeze the grips to make the bird flap its wings, and tilt the Toy-Con to steer. Gather food to feed hatchlings so they can grow up strong and fast, then join your flock.
This to me is still one of the most funny inventions Nintendo came up with, and yeah, it's basically you putting your face into a bird's butt to control it. How refreshing, right?
Raise all the little hatchlings, and pretty soon, you'll rule the skies. Ready to try out faster flight? Then soar through checkpoints and head for the goal in Bird Dash. Press the Toy-Con wind pedal with your foot for a serious boost of speed.
This one is going to be so popular because people just simply want to fly, and if that's becoming a bird or stepping into the shoes of Superman, it doesn't matter. They just want to, you know, explore the skies and feel a sense of freedom. And with this Toy-Con bird, they can explore a beautiful island and find hidden secrets, because I'm sure Nintendo is going to stuff it with Easter eggs. We'll see, time will tell. But yeah, this is a very, very top-notch one, I feel like.
This one is the Toy-Con elephant. Use its trunk to paint 3D pictures that hang in thin air. You can even grab your creations and move them around. There's an eraser, shape tools, effect pens, and even lighting effects. Use everything at your disposal to craft some true masterpieces.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Nintendo coming up with their own version of Tilt Brush. So you will be able to unleash your creativity in a virtual space. Now you might wonder, how does this drawing tool move? Well, they are using a clever trick. They are pulling it off with a pair of trackers that are on the elephant's face. So the Joy-Cons are communicating through a camera, and they can see the trackers, and that way they can communicate the distance between the headset and the location of the controller itself. And that's why you can, you know, move your drawing tool in the game itself. I hope you understand what I was talking about here, but if not, doesn't matter. As long as it works, right? That's what I always say.
Move objects to lead a marble to the goal in Marble Run. You'll get your hands on twisty tubes, trampolines, fans, and even anti-gravity devices. But you've got this, right? Why not try making your own puzzles too? Now for the Toy-Con camera. Find your subject, zoom in, and snap. With the Toy-Con camera, taking underwater pictures in a virtual ocean is easy.
For parents, this is the best solution ever. If their kids are always whining about going on holiday, going to Disneyland or some other fun place, tell them like, hey, listen, you can just go on a holiday in your Nintendo Switch. It's right there. Go pick it up and send me a photo of your adventures. That's it. It's way cheaper.
And a cute little creature relaxing in its house is an instant photo op.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait a second. Hold on for a minute here. Did this fluffy, Furby creature just stuff a freaking broccoli and a strawberry into its face? I think so.
Challenges to tackle too. Ain't always easy making memories. Remember, you can look in any direction. And you never know what you'll find. VR Plaza is loaded with 64 more bite-sized games and experiences.
64?
64!
64 games? I thought we were done. But no, there's more. 64. I wonder what all these 64 experiences are all about. I think we will get a sneak peek, so let's continue watching here. But that's there's so many games. I gotta play them all.
Abduct stuff as a UFO? Drive a virtual car? Rock out? Even control gravity, all in VR. For some games, you just need Joy-Con controllers. For others, you'll use your different Toy-Con creations.
So this kid is blowing into this windmill contraption, and then things start to move. Wow. As a Dutchman, I approve.
And guess what? Nintendo Labo VR Kit lets you make your own VR games and experiences too. That's where our brand new tool, Toy-Con Garage VR, comes in.
Are we now seriously going to talk about making our own VR titles as well? It's getting better and better. This is like the top of the tart, if you know what I mean.
When you do this, what should happen? Here, programming is as simple as linking together inputs and outputs. For example, you could set up a mannequin and then decide what it should do. Choose its size and more. Even control your character freely. Lay out some terrain. Set up some obstacles. Add some finishing touches by the goal, and you've got a game. Not bad. You could make a high-speed tuna racer.
That's exactly what I always wanted to make in VR, a tuna racer. I think that's going to bring us to the tipping point of VR going mainstream. I'm not joking. That's it. That's the key to success.
A lunar rover? A mechanical clock? Or even an epic quest for sushi? They're your games, and you're the designer, so go wild.
I could watch it like 10 times and still discover things, but what I'm seeing here is a 360 video in where you can feed animals with a fake virtual hand. Enough said. What are those? My days, those are a pair of fancy deep sea goggles. My days. Again, you can see those white dots on them. Those are trackers, and I think that in this case, you will be able to see your friends pop up in the virtual environment you are playing in. So again, it becomes very interactive and social.
Simple, friendly, fun. Nintendo Labo VR Kit. There's also a Nintendo Labo VR Kit starter set and blaster. That's a great entry point into the world of Nintendo Labo VR. The starter set includes the Nintendo Switch software, plus all the parts to build the Toy-Con VR goggles and Toy-Con blaster.
And that's about it. I'm kind of sad it's over. I definitely wanna try this out. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I do know that some people within the VR community say that this is a bad introduction to VR. I personally think it's not. I think this is a fun and playful way of getting people familiar with VR. This is getting targeted towards kids and kids at heart, and it's so awesome that you can build your own VR headset, learn more about it, and then dive into a mini game. On the PC, the standalone, the console, and the mobile market, I have barely seen any games or experiences that were made for kids, but that makes sense because the headsets we have are also not designed for the younger ones. No, it's for a mature audience. And with this VR Labo kit, the kids can now also enjoy a virtual reality, and I think that's a beautiful thing to finally have within the industry. So this is going to bring a lot of joy to many living rooms. It's going to be so fun to see families putting a headset together and discovering the magic of VR. Of course, I would love to hear your opinion on this too. Let me know in the comments below, and also slam a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Now it's time for me to sign off, and as I always say, and I see ya guys next time. See you in the metaverse. Bye bye. See ya later.